Woo, she remembered to put it on long, but I don't know where to look. I think it's down there, is it? I have no idea. It's a bit, so if I look a bit distant. No, I've actually got something really important to say. No, I had a big epiphany last night. Well, it's the same epiphany I've always been having, but, right. I've said this before and I've said it a few times and I'm going to say it again, right? I was a dark teenager. I used to have insights when I was a junior. I used to not be able to sleep. I used to be able to see ghosts, see bloody dead people, hear voices, the bloody lot, you know, and everyone's just like, that's okay, just go to sleep. And then I became quite a hardcore teenager, but I was also full of like punishment, right? Basically, I used to just get off my face and lie in bed and hallucinate and things, right? And it was very interesting and I enjoyed it. It did make me very tired for school. I still passed school, but I didn't get top marks. So could have been like top of the class. Yeah, but you know, I was too busy partying when I was a teenager, right? And then I've gone through years of raving when I was younger. I'm going right off subject again here. But then I came off the scene completely and detached myself from my friends when I was about 19. Realised I was going down a very dangerous road that just wouldn't suit me, you know, like staying up all weekend and then going to work. And I just couldn't handle it, right, at all. So I left my friendship groups. And then a couple of years passed and I begged for a baby. And I had the worst miscarriage you could ever imagine, first of all. Literally 11 weeks in, went to a scan and the baby had died at 8 weeks old. It wasn't even a baby, it was a blob, and I had to give birth to it, basically. It was the most painful experience of my life at 19. I was just destroyed. A big, like, literally something in a sack came out, and they didn't expect it maybe to come out like this. It wasn't broken down or anything. It was just it was just awful. It was so painful. It was literally childbirth for my 19-year-old cervix, okay? It was bloody the worst thing in my life. Couple of years passed, asking Jesus for help, literally. A couple of babies. I had a couple of babies, right? I've been breastfeeding basically continuously at this point. I was 24, and I was really enjoying being a mum. Do not get me wrong on this point. But I basically had this thing where I started writing songs and contacted an old MC friend, like not even a friend, but someone that I used to be a big fan of, and sent him my songs. And then he basically said, these songs are bloody good. So I got down a bit of a hole in the fact that I made my boyfriend take me to a rave. I hadn't been to one for years. It was a dirty rave as well, in a warehouse somewhere down the motorway, right? It was still fun, but you'd right. And I was going to go and MC and meet this MC Storm. And I was like getting really not behaving very well. I was being sick up the walls and that, and I just wasn't even really noticing. I was just like literally going to go and like speak to this bloke. And I was in the toilet and Isis, goddess Isis, came and contacted me in the bloody toilet, right? She just came up with fucking eyes and a big symbol. And I was like, shit, that ain't just an hallucination. What the heck? I was like, oh, for God's sake, I ain't got time for this now, right? And she was staring in my soul. I left that toilet and I was just like, no words. I just said to my boyfriend, we've got to go and get in the car now. I could go, right? And then a friend of mine drove us home, very dangerously actually, because he was a little bit, not worse for wears. He drove us home. We only just were alive. And I remember thinking, something's contacted me. You've had like some sort of epiphany. And I realised that, he nearly died on the way home that day. But I was, I'm not going to get myself in these dangerous situations again. If I'd have gone down the MC route, I'd have lost my partner. I'd probably got on drugs. And it would have just been wrong for me, okay? Fiddling again. But it would have just been bloody wrong. And then I realised that Isis can contact you with divine mother energy to realign you when you're not being like the best mum that you can be and you're going to go off path. Oh, and then I had a couple of times where I was just trying to reconnect to source on my own. And I found the Taurus, the energy Taurus, started talking to crows, put crystals everywhere, just got really like, you know, I've been humbled by a goddess, like, you know, and I stopped the MC journey. Went to Glastonbury Festival the next following year and had a mad spiritual awakening where I met Jesus, not Jesus, I didn't meet Jesus though. Met the angels, I met the devil, we all came back together. I realised that the devil is part of the light. God made the devil, obviously. He's part of the children. there is such a thing as dark matter. And that is not the devil. This is dark. This is the darkness before the light. This is the thing that has no consciousness. It is just dark. It doesn't have an opinion. It is just sucking everything into a big black dark hole. Now, the devil has been to this black hole, basically. And he came running home crying with his gang that he led off. Because, you know, the devil's beautiful. He's the art. He came running back to God saying, I don't want to go to the black hole. I'm part of the light. Please forgive me. So God forgave the devil, right? The problem is when things are happening in the angelic realms and they're timeless, the fallout between the devil has been spiraling down onto earth like a spirograph and magnified into evilness for thousands and thousands of years. The Egyptians knew about this. That's why they've mummified their bodies for now. And that's why they built the pyramids. And also Glastonbury Festival, when it goes on, is in line with the pyramids, and it's in line with every stone circle on this earth is aligned, because there was a time where this, you know, the Egyptians in the Sahara Desert could see back to the top where it started, the stars, and they knew that it would be about this time that there would be a new age where finally the fallout of the devil would be able to come back on earth, because that's where we've seen it magnified as so much war, destruction, murder, because it got magnified as it went down. I don't think even the devil realised that it would do that. You know, the dark matter just fed on it as it went through onto earth's plane. But yes, don't lose the grip. But I've got something very busy to do today, so I thought I'd better just do this now before it loses my consciousness too much. But yeah, so he doesn't want to go to the dark matter, okay? So the plan is to raise the whole vibration on the planet. And I was given a song that night. And I think, when I know in transcendence education that with masses of people doing the same thing at the same time, it can change the vibration of things. It can really penetrate into, yeah. But I was given a song. The song was, hey yo, Nirvana, hey yo. Hey yo, Nirvana, hey yo. And I think that can be done fast. It can be done in any tune you want. But basically, if everybody around the world sang this at the same time, it would raise the vibration. Obviously, you'd be vibrating and stomping. It would raise the vibration of the planet. And eventually, I think maybe, I know that the planet will, if we get enough people consciously doing something like this at the same time with the angels, maybe we can like move the planet away from the sun as it gets hotter over the years. And I'm not about in like, you know, a couple of thousand years, we really do need to move away from the sun or whatever is going to happen. But we definitely need to start joining together to use our voices totally together. I definitely was given that song by the angelic realm. There are many people that have been to the angelic realm. I'm not the only nutcase out here that knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just, yeah. See what card? No, I'm only playing. I'm not taking the piss out of tarot readers because I absolutely love tarots. But I just happen to have some cards in my hand, so I just thought we'd go like this and to see what we land on. Oh, S. Not getting much from that at the moment. Sun, sock, spoon, star, spider, slide. Might mean something to someone else. You just never know. You never know. You know, does it have to be tarot cards or can it be alphabet cards? But yeah, so. Hey, yo, Nirvana, right? And another thing, right? And I've got off track with the bloody Glastonbury Festival thing. Right, Arabella Churchill, she knew what she was doing. She put they dosed the grounds there in the 70s. They've put the pyramid stage in line with the pyramids and all the other stones, and it's all igniting. And on the Glastonbury tour, facing the pyramid stage, is that egg stone. I have got a previous video on it. I'm going to go and sit on it, maybe even this weekend. If I knew how to link the video, I would link it, but it's in there like in my early videos. Maybe I'll try. But there's this big stone and there's ones in the Abbey as well, but there's a big stone on the side of the tour. And when this festival goes on, it vibrates that stone, and that stone ignites Stonehenge, and then it ignites the pyramids and all the other buggers, yeah, around the world that need igniting, all the little stones. And this is just the power, right? And that is how the angels will ever come down summer solstice. Yeah. But seriously, guys, I'm bloody not nuts in any shape or form. And it is easy to even doubt yourself when you get these experiences. But it's just a shame that the fallout with the angels has been just so magnified, and the devil never meant for any of this. So just don't be scared of shit, okay? And just keep going. I've got your backs here. And I feel like if we did live meditations on that egg stone, singing hey yo Nirvana, hey yo, all right, all of it. Imagine if you had, yeah, that is a way of not strike, instead of like having an aggressive strike against products, and like, you know, I've even said about striking against Hovis or ketchup or McDonald's altogether. We need to gain positive power together, raise the vibration of the planet, yeah? But by raising our vibration, by making vibration all at the same time, it's going to get registered. Right, I am going to go now. I've got a very important 3D mum stuff to do right now, and I'm fucking focused for it. Yeah. Right, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to keep uploading little smeals, and that half of me doesn't want to invade the internet with my smeals, but you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And the smeals, if you've seen my first karaoke, I couldn't even speak, mate. So yeah. All right. So just keep sharing, keep being crazy. Love you all very much, and namaste and cheers and bye. Have a good weekend.